I mean, in local Akan language, yes, Ejebo, 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 Ejebo. Now Eja is here. And I say that humbly and with the greatest of respect for one, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, and for his choice of a running mate. And I think one key word, even to the NDC, is that it is his prerogative. It is his prerogative. And nobody can take that from any presidential candidate when he or she decides on whom he would love to run the election with. Now, I think the MPP overwhelmingly during the NEC meeting confirmed this was not 1, 2, 3 rounds. This was a one-off sitting, and I must say that this one is privileged information that Nana Addo Dankwa expressed again his satisfaction with the running mate that he had, his satisfaction with the humility and the humbleness, the nature of Bawumia, and wishes that Honorable Matthew Opoku Prempeh also embody such as he works with Bawumia, His Excellency, to not state capture, but to win the 2024 elections. Now, in a few sentences, I would state categorically why I think all of this has arrived. Today, I can boldly say that the father of free SHS is Nana Addo Dankwa, and the prosecutor is and was and will continue to be Matthew Opoku Prempeh. And without mincing my words, he moved our junior high student population from 800,000 to over 1.2.
You mean senior high?
Yes, senior high to over 1.2 million within the space of 4 years, which means that on average, based on what he did, 100,000 more students were enrolled on a yearly basis under his watch. So, despite all the things that Napo had done up to 2016, he will be known in the annals of Ghana's history as the #1 prosecutor of free SHS. Though it had challenges, admittedly, I will not sit anywhere and say that free SHS was, though God sent, had no challenges. It had challenges, and just like the Israelites, on their journey from Egypt, when the water was sour, they complained. When the water was coming too much, they complained. Human nature as it is, no matter what new project you embark on, you have challenges. Now, I think Napo is sometimes misunderstood. And I have also been misunderstood on many occasions because of my bluntness, because of my boldness and decisiveness. And I think that, unfortunately, and hear me carefully, you know, I always watch my cousins when I was young, when they came from UK, you know, they were more petri. They were more, let me say, vibrant and could speak their mind, because the Ghanaian culture did not afford me to be speaking my mind as much. But my younger cousins from England, when they would come, you could tell the difference. And I think that, unfortunately, our culture frowns on people being blunt, people speaking their mind, people speaking the truth, though it may hurt. And I think that the painful truth is that boldness is often misunderstood as being not respectful. That is my opinion. Now, I also think that the skepticism that people had about free SHS, the doubts in people's mind, and the audacity that Napo brought to free SHS and hope he gave to the many students who, I should say, are his children. I mean, now over 400 people, 1,000 more people have benefited. Proves to me that even within the skepticism, he will deliver. He will do all that is necessary and required of him to achieve the intended goal. Now, one thing that is very clear in everybody's mind is that Napo is a patriot. You cannot take it from him. It's in his blood, it's in his DNA. He's true and true and true MPP. And I think that overwhelmingly, within the ranks of the party, everybody has no doubt about that. There will be no question about when he obtained his party card. There is no doubt. So he brings to bear somebody who started from within at a very early age and has risen to this rank of energy minister, after education ministry, and then now our running mate. And let me say that people should forgive me. I'm a medical doctor, so I'm very passionate about healthcare people. And I have a bias and a soft spot for any medical professional who is excelling in life. Because I believe that like carpenters, there's a fraternity. Like masons, there's a fraternity. And I think that for that reason, this one is a full disclosure, I am fully in support of Matthew Opoku Prempeh. And I believe that the many people he has worked with within education, because education has so many unions. And I think, going through that and negotiations in terms of teacher allowances, teacher unions, and all of those things affords me the courtesy to say that he will weather any storm. And ultimately, the relationship between the current presidential candidate of the MPP and Matthew Opoku Prempeh, Honorable, is going to be very important and is important, and that I think was one of the main reasons why Honorable His Excellency Dr. Bawumia chose Napo. Because if you're choosing a vice president, you need somebody who will share your vision, somebody who will be, giving you that mutual respect. And I think that the pair will show leadership towards the election 2024 December, and literally the vibrancy of Napo cannot under any day be matched by the NDC running mate. And this one I say with the greatest of respect for Madam Professor Jane Opoku. Now, the key thing here is that Napo, when it comes to politics, is a dinosaur, more so than Jane. And that one, nobody can take it from me. I mean, you can't take it away.
What makes him a dinosaur?
Well, Napo has been a political animal from day one. Madam Jane has been in the academic, world until selected. And in fact, I must admit that besides serving as a Minister of Education, which Napo has also served, Napo has gone on beyond that and has the experience of energy ministry. So if we're talking about heavyweight and lightweight, Napo is heavyweight in terms of political achievement, in terms of political acumen, and by that alone, I think that he'll be unmatched in terms of that. And I must admit that respectfully, Napo has more years as a parliamentarian, and that also builds you up as a politician, more so than Jean, who has zero experience in terms of parliamentary or legislative work. So Napo brings
so when
executive.
When Nana Akufo-Addo chose Alhaji Bawumia,
yes,
did he have any of the things that you're talking about?
Now, Bawumia, typical of him, like Jane, came from a whole different arena.
Yes.
And then came to complement.
Yes.
Now, in this game of 2024, we are rather even bringing a colossal political machine to complement the vice president. And I think that this union, this team, is going to be a heavy match, with even the NDC's candidate and their running mate. And if we're going by just personality, my goodness, the two are bigger than the other two. Now, one other key thing I must add that, the MPP has done something very remarkable. We selected our flag bearer irrespective of religion and ethnicity, and the same thing was considered when the flag bearer was also choosing Napo. He chose Napo based on competence, based on the fact that they have a very solid relationship, and I think that that is very encouraging. And for once, the MPP is bringing everybody, every community on board to prosecute or to execute elections 2024. And I'm very much encouraged by what I've seen. I think there's been reviews from some professor in Cape Coast recently about his interrelationship with Napo, and he commends Napo, and he thinks that he'll be a fantastic vice president. And I mean, he's built for it. He is built for it. So these are my few comments with regards to the decision that has been taken by the MPP, and all of us will rally behind it and support the two. Where the two are joined to become one, it's going to be merry. And I think that now it is very clear in people's minds who we have as our running mate, and we are excited, very excited for Tuesday next week. I'm hoping to see how I can, adjust my schedules. I hear flights are already booked, and if I have to fly out, I've missed out on that opportunity. So if I'll go, I'll have to go by road, unless he'll buy me a special ticket. Ablaga, you buy me a special ticket. Maybe you rent one of these fine presidential jets for me. Yes. So these are my comments with regards to this.